Alright, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, like that. That is not a significant amount of height.
That's what makes it's easier to trick somebody into falling for that if you're on something like that than it is going up a stairs way.
It is, because I really didn't think you were going to be able to backstab me from that short of a height advantage.
Hey everybody, today I just wanted to take a minute and talk about something I'm sure most people are familiar with, trickstabbing. For those of you who don't know, trickstabbing is an extremely advanced technique that I myself only have a very basic grasp of how to do properly, and that's after almost 400 hours of playing Spy. But anyway, there are several different textbook types of trick stabs, but at the end of the day, they all have the same basic premise. That is, you're going to try to bait your opponent into moving one way, so you can move in a way that allows you to land a backstab on them when they're not expecting it. The basic types of trick stabs are stair stabs, in which you have a height advantage over your opponent, you jump over their head and backstab them when you come over the other side. Corner stabs, where you lead your opponent around a corner and change direction without them noticing, so when they round the corner pre-firing where they expect you to be, you backstab them instead. And matador stabs, which are like corner stabs, but in the open and a lot harder to pull off. If you came to this video in search of a tutorial on trick stabbing, you're in the wrong place. No, this video is about why trick stabbing is the least important skill on Spy to learn. This is a very important point to bring up, because it's the root of why people want to learn how to trick stab in the first place. For me, I will attempt to trick stab someone if my life depends on it, and I'll probably die if I don't land it, so it's worth risking it. Other than that, I don't go out of my way to land trick stabs, because going out of your way to get them is a surefire way to make it stunningly obvious to someone that you're trying to trick stab them. But that doesn't answer the question, why trick stab? Well, when it comes down to it, trick stabbing is an extremely flashy and humiliating way to kill someone, and I will be the first to admit that trick stabbing is an extremely fun and satisfying way to do it. But at the end of the day, that's all trick stabbing really is. It serves no practical purpose beyond saving your skin in a pinch, and is a very inconsistent way to go about getting backstabs. If you're in a situation where your only way out is to land that 360 no-scope, matador, corner drop, stair, matrix stab, you probably deserve to die anyway. But on to my next point. Being stealthy is the key to playing Spy well, and to trick stab someone, they have to know you're there and be baited into a trap. You're not exactly being stealthy if you're being chased down by an entire team because you're trying to goad one of them into a falling for a very poorly executed stair stab. If you're going around actively trying to trick stab people and nothing else, you're not going to be taking care of getting behind enemy lines detected, you're not going to be putting much thought into your disguise, and you're definitely not going to be sapping nests and handling medics and high-value targets. Basically, you're not doing your job as a spy. Boo, Wendy, liar. This is another big point. Almost all experienced TF2 players are going to know what trick stabs are and are going to be pretty aware of how to avoid them. This means you have to be careful about who you try goading into a trick stab. Now, not everyone knows what trick stabs are, and even if you do, you'll probably fall victim to one every now and again. I mean, hell, nobody's perfect. Every once in a while, you're going to let your guard down because the spy doesn't have any good cosmetics, or the spy is really good at masking their intentions to trick stab you. But you're going to fall for one eventually. I've been trick stabbed, Great Googly Moogly, the certified engineer main has been, all of my TF2 playing friends have been at least once. But just because we're all human and not infallible, doesn't mean that 90% of the time we're not going to see a trick stab coming from a mile away and know how to avoid it. And that's really what trick stabbing relies on, you being able to outsmart your opponent. I believe it was Lazy Purple who said, when you pick Spy, you're basically announcing to the whole server that you think you're smarter than everyone else. That's true to an extent, but that really shines when you apply it to trick stabs, because Charmer Chapeau stereotype die-hard trick stabbers fit that description to a T. Anyway, let's bring some closure to this. So what do I think of trick stabbing? Well, if you've been listening, you'll understand that I think although it requires a great deal of mechanical skill to be able to execute a trick stab, beyond saving yourself in a pinch, there is no practical value in knowing how to trick stab, and it's one of, if not the last skill on Spy you should attempt to learn. Don't let anybody tell you that you're bad at Spy because you don't know how to trick stab, and don't learn how to trick stab before learning how to get actual backstabs, use disguises right, and of course manage your cloak. It would not be a Dr. Danthrax video if I didn't make a mention of cloak management is the paramount skill on Spy to master. Anyway folks, that's all for now. I just wanted to get something out to you guys and get the little rambling out. been a while since my last upload, but real life has been pretty hectic, and of course that always comes first. Anyway, thank you for watching, I appreciate you, and as always, I will see you when I see you.